welcome to Gierok Farms. It's an exciting day. It's day number 1 of first crop hay here on the farm. And this morning my dad and I have been tearing apart what's left of the silage pile here, getting the tarp off and the tires, moving away all the dirt we used to pin down the tarp. And now here I'm going to take the 7405 with the loader and blade off some of this corn silage on the top of the pile and make a ramp here on the other end. So then it's a bit easier getting wagons and filling in this end of the pile here. We're gonna leave the far side to kind of give us a nice base to our outer wall, and then we'll probably blade that later. But as of right now, we're just gonna take this upper half here and make a nice ramp so we can go the entire length of the pile with the wagons once we start moving hay. Right now he's milking cows, or starting to milk cows. It should be a productive day. We got 60 some acres to do to put on the pile here, or at least that's what the plan is. So hopefully we can get a lot of that knocked out today. So hope you guys enjoy the video. So here's the ramp. It's not the prettiest thing in the world, but once we get it packed down a little, it'll look pretty decent, I think. So I came down here with the skid steer to do a little cleanup here on the edges, a little finesse work. I grabbed a scoop of silage for the heifer barn. Mason asked me on his way to go cut that field if I would do that for him. So he's plugging away up there, staying ahead of us with the hay. And hopefully soon here we're gonna head out with the rakes, and then we'll start chopping. We got one chopper box staged way down at the end of our driveway. We got the other one up here, one still down in the shed. I guess 2 if you count our old Rex chopper box. But I'm gonna grab the chopper, get it hooked up, get that inoculant, that treatment in the applicator on the chopper box. So we got that all set up and we can get right into chopping here. We got a good family friend coming to help out, so that should really speed things up. I think we're gonna have him run the chopper, more than likely. Now that we got it hooked up, let's make sure everything works. That guy power. There we go. There, it's moving now. Now it's really moving. So we got the chopper going. The only thing wrong with the applicator was the wiring was backwards, so it was trying to push it backwards. That's why we couldn't get it to feed. Simple fix. Everything looks like it's working right. You gotta start messing around with like the waterway out front here, stuff that takes a little bit of extra messing around. That way we'll have a nice slow start on the pile. Chopper box, so it's up here and ready to go, and then I'll probably hop on the rake for a little bit, and then we'll be starting in on the pile. That little patch where the pile is, we finished that field. Now we're on this bigger piece in our main valley here. Everything's going really smooth so far. Our good family friend Steve, he's running the chopper, which is super helpful. He's a retired dairy farmer, and he has land very similar to ours, so he knows what he's doing. And he's the guy that we bought the chopper from too, so we trust him when it comes to having him run that. I've been raking, trying to stay ahead of the chopper and make his job a little easier, double or tripling shorter rows. But now we're gonna move up onto the hill, so I'm gonna raise the rake up here, check in with Dad on the pile, maybe help him pack a little bit, and then one of us will head up on the hill with the rake. So mid-video here, I wanted to remind you guys that if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe and hit that thumbs up button if you're enjoying it. Everything seems to be going okay down here on the pile. It looks like Dad, he's been gradually making this ramp a little wider and kind of pushing that corner down into that hay and mixing that together and making it a little more gradual and nice here. Happy to see everything's going fairly smooth. I'm gonna take the fork and kind of fill a little in, and then I'll probably grab the 10 and start packing some. I'm gonna hop in the 1066 and do a little packing here before we move up onto the hill with the rake. Won't be too long here and we'll be moving up there. It looks like Mason, he's down in the yard now. He just finished cutting up on top of the hill. So I think that should be everything that we're going to chop. Everything we're gonna chop is cutting on the ground now. So there's no turning back now. We gotta keep plugging away. If that chopper were to break down, we gotta grab the old one and get that thing going, but it seems like everything's running smooth so far. We got that pile packed a little bit. Dad's headed back with another load. Looks like Mason, he's got the disc spine unhooked in the yard there. Things are running real smooth. I'm gonna head up to the yard, grab a drink, and then bring the rake up on the hill. It is mid to late afternoon and things are going well. Steve and I just changed spots. I'm in the chopper now. He's gonna rake for a while. A little change of scenery for the both of us. Mix it up a little. Keep a guy awake, you know. Keep a guy on his toes. So Steve moved on to what is probably gonna be our last field tonight, or at least one of the last fields. So we'll see how it goes, but hopefully we're able to keep moving. As of right now, we probably have 20 acres done out of the 63, so moving right along, can't complain. Mason, he had to go to a baseball game, but he's actually done with school because he graduated. But I think it's one of their last baseball games of the year. So good luck to him and the team. But Owen, he had to go for the last week of school. He's back from school now and helping out, keeping things interesting. I had a little bit of a break here and looking down in the yard now. They must have a problem with the 686. I don't know if it blew a hydraulic fitting or if the tire got hooked by the rake or what. Looks like there's some fluid on the ground. Hopefully it's nothing major. I parked the chopper and came to the end of the hill here to see what the holdup was. Breakdowns happen. As long as no one gets hurt, that's the main thing. Yeah, it looks like they got pails by the rear end of the machine, so that's my guess. It's something hydraulic, or it's a tire maybe got hooked by the rake, or the valve stem broke or something. I think here comes Owen with the next load. Keep the chopper moving. Other than that, it's been going really good so far today. The limiting factor has been how fast the chopper can eat the alfalfa, which is what you want it to be. You want the chopper to be constantly moving. You want the other pieces of the puzzle to be able to catch a break now and then. But we got one field on the far end of the farm that we have raked, next to another field that got cut this morning, so we won't do that tonight. Then we got this field here, which almost got finished when it came to raking. It's just the triangles in the middle. So even if we don't get a rake up here, should be able to finish that yet tonight. Just we'll have a bunch of short, small rows to finish in the center. So then for tomorrow, we'll have one piece on the far end of the farm, the meadow at 4 or 5 acres down there, and then the piece on the very other end of the farm towards the county road, towards the front of our valley. And those two bigger pieces are pretty decent size and have a lot of long rows, so when we get started tomorrow with them, we should be able to move really quick. So hopefully we're able to get everything that we have raked here done tonight, and then get hard at her tomorrow. We are getting down to the end of what we have left to do for day number 1. I maybe only have a load and a half, maybe not even a half. Who knows, might be able to fit it all on this one to have just one really big last load, but they're gonna bring another one up just because. So we'll put whatever's left on there, but that's pretty much all I got left are them couple rows here. Just the center of this field that makes a bit of a triangle, so a lot of shorter rows, a lot of turning around, but everything's moving smooth so far here. Chopper's running good, so fingers crossed, and hopefully we get this field finished here. So I managed to get it all on that last wagon, and my dad brought me up this one, and the MTA was up here with the rake, and he took off, so I think I can hear him down in the meadow, so he must have got ambitious and decided we were going to get that out of the way tonight, which I don't mind that. I think that'll be really nice to get that out of the way. Then tomorrow, all we'll have left are those two bigger fields on each end of the farm. Hopefully that's his plan. Hopefully he wants us to take the chopper down in there so it's out of the way for tomorrow. But in the meantime, I'm gonna go hook up that full load and get that 7510 ready to go back down to the yard. I don't know if we'll want to put it all on one wagon down in there, being that it's such a climb to get out of there, but we'll see what he's thinking. I'm gonna walk down in here before we bring that big unit just straight into the woods, just to make sure that's his plan and he wasn't just trying to get it raked up and out of the way for tomorrow. which I don't see why he would, because he doesn't like leaving stuff windrowed overnight because it picks up dew and you just kind of create a big bundle of moisture. You want the chopper down here? Sounds like he wants it down here. I don't know how well the camera picks it up, but this isn't the best field entrance, but we can make it work. If it was the slightest bit wet, we wouldn't want to come in here like this. Finished chopping down here in the meadow. We put it on 2 wagons just so that they were lighter loads and we could get it on out of here and not have too much trouble. And now I gotta bring the chopper and this last box back to the yard, and we should be just about done for the night. So let's sneak on out of here and hopefully not have any issues on the way up. Made it back down to the yard, safe and sound, and I'd say the day was pretty productive. You said 40 some acres done today,
46.
17 to do tomorrow. I'd say we had a pretty good day for just that little bit of, little mishap of a valve stem getting knocked off. That's nothing.
Well, we'll take that any day over the chopper getting something screwed up, because that we can fix. That's an inner tube.
Or a box running away or something crazy.
Yeah. These are crooked fields too.
Yep.
I mean, that one up there, that's a lot of turning.
Seems like this year we'll have an easier fall because all the corn's down here,
and the hay was more in the crooked stuff.
Yeah,
exactly. So tomorrow we got a couple more crooked. Well, that one down there ain't too bad. But up here, that's kind of a crooked one too. 17 acres tomorrow yet.
Yeah. So stay tuned for that. We're gonna end off the video here. Thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking to the end, and we'll see you in the next one.